of Civil Defense. A massive nuclear attack is currently taking place against the United States. NORAD military radar detected the launch of 400 nuclear missiles.
Hello and welcome back to Fallout 3, and on the last episode I made my way down the river and arrived at Rivet City. So I'm going to do some of this main quest and check out the town and stuff like that. Give this guy water, I guess.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, here you go.
I mean,
Yep.
I can just have
Yep.
my...
You're welcome.
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
Definitely does look different since I retextured it. I got a retexture for it.
Hold it right there. State your business in Rivet City. Yeah? Let me guess. No, she's not expecting you. But it's really important, and you need to see her right away. Been a lot of that going around lately, and I've had just about enough of it. So you're going to have to do better than that. Older guy, in his 50s or so? I remember him. He left already, but Dr. Lee might know more. All right, you can go on up. She'll be in the science lab. Just don't cause any trouble, or else you're gonna answer to me. Carry on, then.
Alright. Before we go talk to Dr. Lee, let's go into the marketplace. And they are now closed, actually. So let's wait 11 hours until it's 7, then wait for 1 hour, then everyone should be there and it should be open. I think I might have sold everything I had worth selling to the merchant out front, but let's go check it out regardless. Okay, nobody's here yet. You know, one mod I forgot to get is the one that, wow, they're still not here. Oh no, kind of. The one that, repopulates Rivet City more, or adds more people. I'm not sure why nobody's here. Oh, here they come. Hey, buddy.
They call me Shrapnel. I run this place. Got the best damn armament you'll ever see. What you looking for?
That is the question. I guess I'm not really looking to buy anything. Alright, I need to use that book. Just curious what he's got. Minigun. Could he buy that and repair the one I have? Kind of expensive, but hey. Stimpaks. My kit. Well, I don't think I should probably buy anything else for the moment, but I will get that.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Come back soon. We always got a lot of ammo in stock.
Not necessarily going to be using it soon, but there, I'm getting there. Got a lot of ammo for it already, my god. Alright. Talk to some of the people around here. I'm not sure why no one's really here. There they are. Supposed to be more people in here. Oh, a little late. Okay, well, I suppose we can just go talk to Dr. Lee. Also, I gotta go drop by the motel and talk to the lady in charge there so I can find that kid from Great Itch a home. Which is, yeah, up here. I don't, excuse me, I don't remember all the little side quests that are here. I know that there's a handful of things to do. I'm gonna talk to some people. Why is no one where they're supposed to be yet? It's 10 a.m. You gotta be kidding me. Where is she?
Welcome to the Weatherly. Mr. Buckingham at your service. Yes, sir.
I don't need you. I need Vera. What the heck is going on with Rivet City? Why is she not out here? I don't even see anyone here. What the heck? Zimmer's room. Miscellaneous motel room. Let's zone out and zone back in, because they should be there.
Welcome to the Weatherly Hotel. I'm your hostess, Vera Weatherly.
You can get some free speech out of her.
Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's addicted to chems. His poor wife Cindy is at her wit's end. You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones. They say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city. Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe. Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome.
Right. Okay, that's done.
I do the repairs around here, so if you see something that needs fixing, let me know. This place could use a few more people willing to work. Everything is falling apart. I'm the only one willing to fix it.
Okay.
I really hope...
Been in the store. They go back downstairs. And of course we can start the mission to get the declaration. This room is just... what the heck? Why is that locked? Nothing in here. This is just like the common room. Broken terminal. Random people. Telly store. Alright, well, there's the lab. Let's go and talk to Abraham Washington here. I think that's his name. Alright, I can't read this. Well, let's talk to him real quick.
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history. Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection. Why, yes. Your knowledge of American history is quite impressive. What an amazing crown jewel in my collection that would be. The original document created by the people for the people. Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here. Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives. In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you.
Oh, I guess I didn't need that, but...
Remember, treat the document with care. It's a fragile piece of our history.
So I can read about these documents on the terminal here. I've been trying to get into the habit of actually reading the things that I pop up on the entries and stuff here. So if you're not interested in reading or hearing this, you can just skip forward a few minutes. Constitution of the United States was drafted in 1786 and adopted a year later by the Constitutional Convention of Philly. This document defines the organization of the U.S. government and sets forth the rules and regulations known as articles. In addition, there are modifications made to the articles by ruling presidents during their reigns known as amendments. The Society owns the only known copy of the document to exist, which was retrieved from the ruins of the National Archives in 2256. The Emancipation Proclamation was a document issued by the breathtakingly charismatic President Abraham Lincoln in 1862. This executive order was the beginning of the end of slavery in the United States. Although it was issued during the Civil War, making it a war measure, it paved the way for the 13th Amendment of the Constitution, which completely abolished slavery once and for all. Sorry. Capital Preservation Society is proud to have in its possession a copy of one of the most iconic and prolific speeches in the United States history. This speech, given by the astonishingly intelligent Abraham Lincoln on Thursday, November 19, 1863, laid the groundwork for what would later become the basis of democracy in the United States and set the standards for a country with a government by the people, for the people. The Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine was The Monroe Doctrine was presented in 1823 by the average and unremarkable President James Monroe. The document warns the European powers of the time not to interfere in the affairs of the Western Hemisphere, setting the examples of colonization and puppet governments as possible intolerances. Part of our collection is a copy of the formal declaration of war made on Germany during World War II on December 11th, 1941, by the government and endorsed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. While the document doesn't evoke the brilliance of other masterworks like the Emancipation Proclamation, it still served as a reminder to the world that the United States wasn't a power to be trifled with. And the War on China. This one's fictional. Although it is uncertain when the declaration of war on China was made, some say 2066 when they invaded Alaska, others say 2067 when the first power overseas were deployed to counter their forces, it is the last known document of note authored by the United States government before the bombs fell. Had the declaration had the tenacity and might of a stronger president behind it, say Abraham Lincoln, who's to say what the outcome of those tremulous years would have been. This guy really, really likes Abraham Lincoln. Anyways, little bit of history there about what they got on that wall right there. Alright, well, let's go talk to Dr. Lee and a few other people in here.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Anywho.
What do you want?
Take that.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here? You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know? Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you. James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again. Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough. Okay. What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now. Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know? It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated. We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment. You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the Purifier. This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule. Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
Okay.
Good luck finding your father.
So, let's talk to
You there!
Yeah.
What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire? To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property. How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off. Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. Of course! I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends. Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that. The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished. Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically. Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings. Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life, wipe away all memory, all guilt, trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story. By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now? This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. Ah, but A321? It will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable.
Okay.
Of course you do.
So this quest will take quite a bit of time throughout a bunch of different locations, finding clues and stuff like that. So it's not something you can really power through. I mean, I suppose you could, but I'm not gonna go try and do that right now. Let's go talk to a few other people around this tub.
Hello.
See what other tales I can pick up here. St. Monica's Church. Hello.
I am Father Clifford. This is St. Monica's Church. She is the patron saint of lost children, very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come.
I didn't know, I wonder if that actually is a thing.
Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City. You should come to services this Sunday. I'll be telling the tale of St. Monica. St. Monica bless you.
Yeah, church isn't really my favorite thing, but I would be interested because I don't know if I've ever
God bless you.
actually witnessed this tale of his.
I'm Diego, the acolyte for St. Monica's. St. Monica saved her own son's soul from eternal damnation. She is now the patron saint of lost children for the faithful everywhere. You really should come to church on Sunday mornings. The sermon will be all about St. Monica.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yes, Father Clifford conducts services every Sunday morning. You should come.
Pushy, aren't you?
Father Clifford. The sanctuary is in the ship's fore on the upper deck. The good father holds services every Sunday morning.
Yeah, I got that. Okay, goodbye.
God bless you.
Anyhow. I thought that they were gonna have some more...
Don't even think of breaking into.
Oh, calm down. I think maybe I have to find the chick that's all about this dude to get some other dialogue out of him. Alright. I'm trying to remember where the doctor is. I think he might be upstairs. I'll ask him about... Oh crap. We'll ask him about the android. Let's just go around.
Hi. How are you today?
There's a number of people you can talk to get clues. I can't remember if the doctor is in here. Let's do the science lab.
Good to see you.
Rivet City Clinic. Here we go. Hello, doctor.
You're in the Rivet City Clinic. I'm Dr. Preston. That old story? Well, now, I haven't heard talk of that in quite some time. It was all just a rumor, a hoax. Someone's idea of a practical joke. Story was there was an android escaped from the Commonwealth up north, from someplace called the Institute. There was a holotape that got circulated. I think I've got a copy of it. Yeah, here it is. Give it a listen. That's a man's voice. Hoax for sure. Like I said, it's a hoax. Don't bother with it. Someone sent tapes like that to pretty much every doctor in the wasteland. None of us believed it.
Place looks like a pretty easy place to rob.
He's totally strung out. It's going to kill him one of these days. Take care of yourself.
Alright, well I got 2 holotapes to listen to here.
Zimmer, by the time you get this message, I'll already be gone. I'm escaping the Commonwealth. I want to live my own life on my own terms, as my own man. I know what you're thinking, that I'm malfunctioning. I used to think that's what caused the runaways too. But I know better now. Self-determination is not a malfunction.
Hey there.
I'm not just willing to put up with all the bullshit anymore. You humans are going to have a full-fledged rebellion on your hands if you don't start treating us synths as persons. I know you'll be marshaling the Retention Bureau to come after me, but I know all the tricks of the trade. You won't be finding me, I assure you. By the time you get this, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My final act of rebellion against a system I no longer believe in. Goodbye, Zimmer, and good riddance.
Okay, I had to go. Restart the game and replay that because I just randomly crashed. Happens. Okay, so we got another tape here.
If you're listening to this recording, it is because you're believed to be trustworthy. I hope that is the case, because this recording puts us both in danger. I'm escaping from the Commonwealth. I'm an android, a synthetic man, a slave. The men hunting me are ruthless and will stop at nothing to retrieve their property. I need to find a doctor in the wasteland to perform facial reconstruction. I also need someone who knows a great deal about computers. I need to have my memories erased and my face altered to look like someone else.
Okay. Let's go in here, see these people. I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do in here, but there is uses for this bar.
Hello. Ted Strayer. You can chill with me if you want, dude. All right, you and me just hanging. Later, dude.
Just nothing I can talk with him about at the moment.
I'm Tammy. Have you seen my good-for-nothing son lately? The little shit is usually up to no good. Figures. You should buy me a drink now. Like I care.
Fine, bitch. Seem like a great mother. Don't know where your kid is, down here in the bar. Too real.
Breaking into there. I'm Belle Bonnie, and this is the Muddy Rudder. I'll tell you what I tell all the fresh meat. Don't start anything down here, or I'll have Brock kick your ass.
Nice place you have here.
You must be drunk. Are you gonna order or what? Go talk to Vera if you want gossip. I don't talk bad about folks.
Alright, I don't have any extra dialogue with her at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's a mess. I'm glad I'm not in Cindy's shoes. I'll be right here when you get thirsty.
But later on, there will be a purpose for this place. And there's a couple things around the deck and stuff outside that I can check out. He's all laid down. If there's anybody up here. Just Rivet City security. Outside. Outside. Going up.
Sir, yes sir. Private Jones reporting.
I'm here to inspect the armory.
Sir, you are not authorized to enter the armory. Sir! Please don't make me shoot you, sir!
I guess I could have told him to... could have lied and told him to go out. Let's see if I can do anything with this. It's not red. Eeps. Ah, crap. I'm not sure if he's gonna get pissed. Guess if I really wanted to, I could send him out to the flight deck and get into the armory, but not that greedy. Crap. Come on. Oops. There we go. Lucky. What is this for? Security log. 2 more reports of firework noise from the bow section. There isn't a damn thing that can be done about it. As soon as we clean out one nest, another moves in. I just wish everyone would stop bitching about it. Railing on the flight deck is still broken. The problem has been referred to the council. Rock got in a fight with that sister character. If it happens again, I'm gonna have to kick sister off the ship. Wait. Caught James Hargrave stealing food at Gary's Galley. Tammy paid the fine, although she's blistered my ears the whole time. Not a whole lot going on around here, I guess. Is this the armory? Yeah, very hard lock. Another way out. I'll leave Private Jones alone. I don't need to be stealing from Rivet City. Is this another one, or is this the same thing? Oops. Cares. Cards. Really? Where's? There we go. Same? Nope, it's the same. Okay then. Well, let's go out up here. Probably night. Oh wait, no, it's probably daytime still. They said something about a dude on the deck. Oh, here he is. Yeah, so much potential space that they wasted over there. Not exactly sure what part of DC area that's supposed to be, but...
Leave me alone. This is none of your business.
What are you doing?
Haven't run into you before. You probably wouldn't remember me anyway. I'm Mr. Lopez. Nobody does. I'm not very memorable. Don't worry, it won't be a problem for much longer. You may be right, but I have nothing to live for.
I'm feeling like I missed some backstory about Mr. Lopez here. Yeah, like I'm gonna tell him that bullshit right there.
Ted Strayer. I suppose I could talk to him. He is kind of a lost boy. Thank you, stranger. Someday,
yeah, that's right.
Maybe I'll get courage.
Get out of here. Nice view. You were just up here, waiting the entire time?
Okay here.
Were you just waiting for him to jump off or something? Okay, let's go back down to the actual flight deck. I want to look around on the deck. Literally tucked this guy off a ledge.
Don't mind me. Just take your space.
Oh, just motorcycle parts. Already got those. They got a little baseball field set up. Chill spot. If you do have the Rivet City Reborn mod, it puts people out here, like it reskins Rivet City security and adds a lot of other random stuff. It also makes the interior of this place a little confusing. But it puts a little shop out here that sells some new types of armor and stuff like that also. Let's go look around, see if there's anything of note up here that I don't remember. Somehow these planes, this ship is not tipped. It's perfectly level. So I'm not exactly sure how... Not only how the bow broke off, but how these planes all slid forward and started falling. Oh. Kids playing on the flight deck, that's safe. Oh, cool. We can just walk. Just levitate. Alright. I think there's like some ammo crates and stuff outside that might be down a little bit here. Might have to jump off the side. Yeah. Okay. Elevator. Not over here. There we go. Few random things. Not sure why there's blood here. Flamer fuel.
Have a seat anywhere. Someone will be with you in a minute.
Dude.
Yes?
Whoa.
Yes, sir?
Why are you walking around with a knife?
Bye.
Okay. Nothing weird about that. Or is it getting late or something again? Should still be open down here. Talk to a few of these people.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers.
Right.
Between you and me, keeping out the riffraff is good for business. Straight to the point. I like that.
Okay, you don't have anything I actually need.
Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes. A threat? No, of course not. Well, maybe. He wants to replace me on the council. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. Now, if someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative.
I know all about you, buddy. You're a bullshitter, so I'm not really gonna help you. At the moment.
Come back soon.
Just meeting these people.
This is a quick fix. I mean, that's
Whoa.
the name of our shop.
The hell?
Holly and mine, that is. My name is Cindy. Cindy Cantelli.
What the hell is wrong with your mouth, lady?
We've got all kinds of chems.
Oh, I can't look at you anymore. I can't do it. I'm good on pretty much everything, actually. You have Ant Queen pheromones for what the hell? Yeah, okay.
I'm sure you'll be back soon.
I can't look at you. Jesus. Suck to this dude.
Howdy, I'm Seagrave. Seagrave Holmes. I have a little of just about everything here.
Got T-51B?
A what? Look, if you just want to crack wise, go somewhere else. But if you've got stuff you want to sell, then I'm your man.
Here we go.
Shh! They might be listening. Commonwealth has tried to make it out to be a hoax, but the escaped android is real, I tell you. Listen to this holotape. It will make you a believer, too.
Another holotape.
Steal it? Hardly. He runs the council like it's his own personal bank account. He's supposed to represent all the market businesses, not just himself. It's about time he was replaced. I've got a little bit of everything.
Anything interesting I can't live without? Nope, you do not. Okay.
See you later.
Let's check this holotape then. Asked me to search Steve Graves' home to see if I can find anything incriminating about him. Yeah, not right now.
Remember that secret android project I told you about? Well, they got some serious pre-war tech on their hands. They nabbed a lipoplasticator and a microdermal graftalizer for the facial reconstruction. Not sure where they'll find a chopper with enough skills to use it without making him look like a freaking ghoul.
Yes, that's law.
Oh, and get this.
I can see
Can you believe they found a circuit neuralizer? That or someone built one. Word is that they're going to completely rewire the brain of one of those things. If you know who they got working on this, let me know. I want to meet the guy.
Okay. It's another piece of the puzzle. Oh, dear God. Okay.
I heard that the city
Everything looks
council
okay
is debating
here.
putting railings on the flight deck.
Well,
You've been rather busy lately.
Oh, hello.
Asking questions, investigating. So is that it? You're some kind of investigator? A detective for hire? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left alone? Please tell me. I'd really like to know. Well, if that's true, then the first thing you need to do is halt your investigation. No more questions. No more searching. The movement I'm involved with, we help his kind escape their Commonwealth-imposed slavery. We help them disappear. You understand? You really want help? Take this. It's an internal component from the very android you're searching for. Don't ask how I obtained it. Present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Tell him the android is dead and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. Do that and Zimmer will go back to the Commonwealth and leave that poor soul alone. Do that and you'll have saved a man's life. Just understand that this android is now, for all intents and purposes, a man. He looks human, he acts human, he believes he is human. But even if he's not, even if he's a machine, he's capable of rational thought and emotion. So you see, his soul is as human as yours or mine. This person, and he is a person, deserves a chance at freedom. Please, if there's a shred of decency in you, don't take that away from him. We call ourselves the Railroad. Our mission is the rescue and salvation of synthetic humanoids. Androids, as they're more commonly known. Yes, if we are able, but there are others in the wasteland who assist in the plight of human slaves. Our android brethren have only us. Tell you what, you deliver that component to Zimmer and tell him the android is dead, and you can consider yourself a member in good standing. You know what you need to do.
But I'm not actually going to finish the quest that simply.
Yeah, that was bad. I'm sure they'll do something about it.
Hey.
Just talking to people I haven't met. Who are you?
Henry's my husband. I have a daughter, CJ, too. You'll see her running around here with James Hargrave. That poor child. His mother, Tammy Hargrave, is a very troubled woman. She spends too much time down in the Muddy Rudder, drinking and using foul language. I feel so sorry for him. I think CJ is a good influence on him, but I do worry about the two of them. We're the lucky ones. We don't have to fight just to survive. We have normal jobs. I clean the halls. It might not look like it, but you should have seen it before. Goodbye.
Okay. And you are, what's his face? And you are the mother that I talked to already. Okay, so I do need to go over to the Jefferson Memorial and just grab the... oh, excuse me. Okay, so just as I was about to say, I'm just gonna... oh, excuse me. I'm just gonna run over to the Jefferson Memorial and grab this tape I need to advance the quest. I'm not gonna explore the entire thing right now. I'm just gonna go straight to this holotape and leave the rest of this lore in the Jefferson Memorial for when I come back. Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm gonna stop here because we'll go in there at the beginning of the next episode, because after that I'm going to be going basically straight to the next part. So we'll just leave it be for now. So yeah, that'll do it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.